Middlesbrough Football Club had previously played at Linthorpe Road West Cricket Ground, but election to the Football League meant that an improved stadium was required. Ayresome Park was built at Paradise Field, adjacent to the old Paradise ground of Middlesbrough Ionopolis, who had played in the Football League in the 1893 to 1994 season. The first match to be played at Ayresome Park was a friendly against Celtic on the 1st of September 1903. There was over 7,000 people in attendance at the match, and Middlesbrough won the match 1-0, courtesy of Willie White. The first League Home Division match was played against local rival Sunderland on the 12th of September 1903. In 1905, Ayresome Park was chosen to host its first international match between England and the Republic of Ireland. A crowd of 25,500 people saw the teams play out a 1-1 draw, with local goalkeeper Reginald Williamson earning the first of his 7 international caps to go along with a record 602 appearances for the club. In the early days of Ayresome Park, there wasn't really much work done on the ground until 1937, when the South Stand was built. In 1966, Ayresome Park was chosen along with Roker Park as one of the North East's hosts of the World Cup. The east stand of the ground was covered and 4,000 new seats were added. Attendances proved disappointing, but the ground became the home of the North Korean national football side. After an opening defeat to Chile, the North Koreans forced a draw against Russia, formerly known as the Soviet Union, and then produced one of the biggest shocks in the history of the World Cup tournament when they beat Italy 1-0 at Ayresome Park to qualify for the last 8. In the 1980s, Middlesbrough Football Club were in deep financial turmoil, and famously they had to play their first home match of the 1986-1987 season at Hartlepool's ground because they were locked out of Ayresome Park by the bailiffs due to huge debts which almost put the club out of business. However, they were soon back at Ayresome Park after a takeover deal saved the club, with their attendances and fortunes improving on the pitch, both improving almost immediately. Despite the financial crisis that were over their heads at the time, a £1.2 million sports centre was opened at the stadium on the 3rd of March 1986 after a 6-year delay caused by fire and safety regulations. By the early 1990s, the stadium was showing its age and clearly was in need of major work to bring it up to date. The demands of the Taylor Report meant that all stadiums in the highest 2 divisions of English football had to be all seated by the start of the 1994-1995 season. The surrounding residential area gave limited scope for expansion to an all-seated capacity of no more than 20,000, and with the club wanting considerably bigger capacities, by 1993 the decision had been made to relocate the club to a new site in the town's docks area. Plans for a new 30,000 seat stadium on the banks of the Riverside were given the go-ahead in the spring of 1994, and construction began that autumn, with the new stadium being ready for the 1995-1996 season. The final competitive game at Ayresome Park was played against Luton Town on the 30th of April 1995, in a match which Middlesbrough won 2-1 to secure the Division 1 title and promotion back to the Premier League, 2 years after being relegated. It was also the first season in management for the club's new manager, Brian Robson. John Endre, a key player for the Boro during the first half of the 1990s, earned the honour of scoring the final competitive goal at Ayresome Park. The very last game to be played at the ground was a sell-out testimonial match for long-saving goalkeeper Stephen Pears, who scored the ground's final goal, scoring from the penalty spot in a 3-1 victory over Peter Bardsley's Select 11. The Select 11's other goals were scored by Bardsley himself, Bernie Slavin and Paul Wilkinson. Ayresome Park was retained as a training ground for a year until the new facility were opened, and it was finally demolished early in 1997. The site of the stadium is now a housing estate, and to commemorate the old Ayresome Park, the gates of the ground have been erected outside the main entrance to the club's new ground, the Riverside Stadium. And I've been to the Riverside Stadium, and it's a really nice touch to see them old gates out the front of the ground there. Looking at some records at Ayresome Park over its history, the highest attendance at the ground were set on the 27th of December 1949. Middlesbrough played against Newcastle United, and 53,802 people attended that game. And you can consider that that would have been a massive crowd back in them days, especially when towards the end of Ayresome Park's life, it had a capacity of 26,667. The record home victory for Middlesbrough at Ayresome Park come on the 23rd of August 1958. They beat Brighton and Hove Albion 9-0, and it was a second division match. And their biggest ever loss at Ayresome Park, there was actually 2 matches where they lost 5-0. The first one come against Boro on the 12th of February 1910, and they also were beaten 5-0 by Huddersfield Town on the 25th of August 1962. Following on from their highest attendance at Ayresome Park, the lowest ever attendance recorded at Ayresome Park was 1,633 people who attended a match against Brescia in the Anglo-Italian Cup on the 22nd of December 1993. So that concludes my video on Ayresome Park tonight, the former home ground of Middlesbrough Football Club, also known as the Boro, between 1903 to 1995. This is a ground that, if it was still around, wouldn't be too far away from where I live. I live quite close to Middlesbrough. I've been to the new Riverside Stadium. I love the fact that the old gates from Ayresome Park are out the front there. It's a really nice touch which commemorates the old ground. What are your memories of Ayresome Park? I know a lot of people, myself personally, who went there for Boro matches over the years, and I think a lot of them really miss it compared to the Riverside Stadium. But let me know in the comment section below if you're a home fan, away fan. Let me know your memories and your thoughts of the old Ayresome Park. And also let me know what you thought about the video tonight and which grounds that you might want me to do in the future. I've done quite a bit, and I just want to say again, thank you to everyone that's supported the channel, subscribed. I'm overwhelmed with the support that I've got, and some of the views and nice comments as well. I didn't really expect it, but it's very much appreciated from every single one of you. So anyways, everyone, this has been History of Football. I'll be doing some more videos very hopefully in the near future. The Rugby League season's coming to an end, so I'll be able to dedicate more of my time to this channel. But anyways, I'm signing off, and I'll catch you all later in the next one. Alright, tatty bye for now.